on a deep journey of the cryptocurrency market. And why it is that we are talking about this right now is because we are at a very special place right now in this market. And a promise that we then have made to everyone for the past 1.5 years, we've been running these webinars on a weekly basis, is that we want to educate our community, our team, our family within this company platform to raise your awareness of the crypto market, to understand what is coming, to understand where we're going, to understand how you can position yourself, and also what is happening, what are the big players doing in the market. And we're going to do this today with some slides I'm going to show you, because last week Navid started off and he verbally explained extremely in depth of this industry. And I also said it last week that if I were on a webinar like this and I was new in the market and someone was telling the things that was told to me on what Navid spoke about last week and what I will tell you now, if someone did that to me two bull markets ago, let's say a few years back, then I would be in a very different position. We have to go through ups, downs, and go through a lot of challenges to get to a point where we feel that we have a better understanding of the market. But it takes a lot of ups and downs and a lot of challenges to get there. But we want to make sure that our community is ahead of the curve and understands that together we can, of course, make better decisions. Together we can go so much further. And this is the key. And this is what we have visualized building as well. When we're sitting down in a previous bull market, we sat down and we said, okay, we are doing this in a small group. We are a few people doing this and we are sharing information. And imagine if this was available to everyone. And this bull market, we said, okay, let's make it available to everyone. Let's add the value into our community and let's help as many as people as possible to understand what is going to happen in the coming few years and how we can position ourselves. Before we jump into that, I want to share a little bit of updates here for everyone. First of all, we had this week the smart wallet being launched. Many have been waiting for this. And this is, like we always say, step by step, this company is growing. Step by step, this infrastructure is expanding. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs. Yes, there's going to be challenges on the way. But in the end, when I'm looking at a project, I'm looking at progress. I'm always looking at progress, because progress over an extended period of time most times leads to profit, because this company, any platform, any startup, any company in this industry, they just need to get to a point where everything is the right timing, with the right, with the market conditions, with the right momentum, with the right platform, with the right utility, and just take off. And that is why we feel that it is so incredible to see how this step by step is developing. Yes, maybe certain things take longer time than expected. Some things happen faster than we expect in terms of changes. But in the end, we have to make sure that we progress. And this is what we look for in any platform. And this smart wallet you can download right now. It's soon going to be available on the App Store and Google Play Store. But right now you got something called an APK file, which you can download to your Android and try it out. So I see many people have actually downloaded and use it. And this is a multi-wallet, which means you can store your smart coins. You can also store your Ultima tokens and other cryptocurrencies like Tron. We got USDT, I think they have here. Yeah. We have Ethereum, ADA, BNB, and a lot more. So this is incredible. You also can create like a management of your funds where you can dedicate certain amounts for trading, other for studying, or whatever that is. Maybe there's tokens that you want to study. You can add them in to this, so you know which tokens you want to follow, what tokens do you want to study, what tokens is it that you want to participate in, and etc. So there's a really good wallet, and this one is going to be launched soon on all the App Store. And this is the next step in the evolution. Everything started here with the smart blockchain. And now, of course, when the blockchain is in place, the next step is to get the wallets in place. And what's next? Of course, to build projects on this smart blockchain. And what is the project that is running on the smart blockchain right now? It is the Ultima project. And this is where everything begins. Now, this is very important to understand, because you need to have all components in place to be able to scale, to be able to get to the next level. And with the smart wallet available, that's taking this in another step towards where the vision is going and where Alex want to take this. So this is just some updates that is right now available, and you can find it on smartwallet.com. Secondly, we spoke to Alex here yesterday, and he said that within 2 weeks, we're going to have Ultima token being listed on 𝐷𝐸. They are signing contracts the coming week, and we're going to have Ultima token getting out on the first exchange, meaning not only coinsbit, but actually 𝐷𝐸, which is a huge exchange. And this one is going to be listing Ultima in the near future, in the coming weeks, depending on how long they take to integrate it. And then after that, very quickly, they're going to have Gate.io. They're going to have BigX, which is another exchange. So there's multiple exchanges in the coming weeks where Ultima is going to get out on. And I believe that is very important because we don't want to be on only one exchange. And it's very important to get not only the opportunity to buy and sell on multiple exchanges, but for the communities on other exchanges to come and see and participate as well in the trading of the Ultima token. So coinsbit is, of course, not the biggest exchange in the world, but this one is closer to it. 𝐷𝐸 is one of the, I'm not sure if it's top 10 now, but it has been top 10, and this is a very big exchange in the crypto markets, and this is a next step for the Ultima project as well. Now, with this, there's also other updates, and this is something that Alex was, let's go to Ultima.io. Alex was explaining a little bit yesterday, and this is going to be shared by him going forward on webinars, but they are creating some kind of Ultima points inside the ecosystem. So with all the platforms being launched, with all the new different such as travel and etc., all of that is coming. What is going to happen, and this is going to be confirmed and verified by Alex in the coming webinars. So for now, just take it as an understanding of where the system is going, but you will be able to not only take the Ultima token and trade it and buy and sell on the exchanges at market value, but you will also be able to exchange Ultima tokens into Ultima points inside the ecosystem at a value of 10,000 at any time. So on the market, of course, the price is fluctuating with market conditions. And if, of course, the price is good, you can sell on the exchange. But if the price is not good, you can take the tokens and you can exchange them to Ultima points or whatever it's going to be called, which you can use to exchange towards different products and services inside the ecosystem. So it's becoming like an internal point system, which you can access through the Ultima token. So this is going to be rolled out in the coming weeks, and it's another step towards launching the ecosystem. It's another step towards launching the whole utility of Ultima token inside the ecosystem. And this is going to give you access through the Ultima token exchange to points. You can use it for the cashback. You can use it for the travel. You can use it for the auction, etc., etc. So it is becoming one step easier and easier. And there's going to be a lot of upgrades happening in the coming weeks. And we're going to leave for Alex to explain that details whenever it has been set in stone. There's going to be rapid decline in the minting speed going forward, as you see every single week, and that's going to speed up and speed up and speed up, because this is the last chance we have right now to get at this current minting speed, and of course with the current max load and lowest price. So this is going to be, of course, accelerating as we get in the coming few weeks with all the upgrades that is happening in the system and all the integrations of the platforms and the Ultima points, etc., etc., etc. So a lot of things is coming and a lot of things is going to be launched, and you're going to see not only now the smart wallet is live, exchanges coming, and also the Ultima ecosystem expanding, and more things is here to launch. With that, I want to take us into the next part of this webinar, where we already now covered all the news and updates. And I want to now take one step further, and we want to talk about the whole crypto market as a whole. Alex is also working very hard behind the scenes with the teams. He want to accelerate everything. And that's why sometimes there's not the voice notes right now. And he just said that he's working very, very hard behind the scenes to be able to get everything in place for the ecosystem to grow and for everything to be in place. So this is what's happening behind the scenes. Now, with that said, we will now go into a little bit of I would say, crypto education, because what I wish I had a few years ago when I went into this industry is a webinar like this, when someone told me what I'm about to tell you. I wish I had this information, because if I had, I would be in a completely different space. I would not go in with emotions in the market. I would understand the cycles of the market. And with that, I would make less mistakes. I could have added zeros and zeros and zeros to net worth if I had this information before. And this is inner circle information. This is inside information. This is things that might seem also quite logical when you're looking at it from this perspective, when I'll show you right now. But when you're in the market, when the emotions are there, I mean, things are happening, it's happening fast. And you need to have this in mind as we are now moving into what is expected to be a new bull market in the crypto industry. Now, I want to share probably the most important information that you could ever have in terms of understanding the crypto market right now. And again, I wish someone told this to me many years ago, and that's why we feel a responsibility to tell you. Now, what is here? You're going to pay attention. We're going to be a little bit technical, but it's not too much. It's quite simple. What is happening here is that the production, of course, Bitcoin has been the first cryptocurrency on the market, and it's kind of been leading the crypto market. It's been leading the market. So if Bitcoin goes, everything comes. So everything goes. If Bitcoin is high, everything is high as well in terms of price. So Bitcoin is kind of the leader in the market. And why is that important? We need to understand how Bitcoin is moving, because that gives us an indication to where the market can go. Now, before we go into anything here, this is not any form of financial advice. I'm here as educator. You make your personal decisions. And in the end, whatever you win or lose in this market, because it's high risk, we're going to talk about that. All of that is on you and your personal responsibility. So just take this information as you want and do whatever you want with it. And it's not financial advice. So we can see that the production of Bitcoin, like the mining of Bitcoin, has of course been programmed to only create 21 million Bitcoins. In the beginning, it was a high production. They are producing a lot of Bitcoins every single day. That, of course, is cut down until we have reached 21 million. And that is done through something called halving. Where halving is happening is when the production speed of, or mining speed, or mining difficulty of Bitcoin is reduced by half. Meaning, if you get 12 Bitcoins in a block, to very simplify, it's not the right numbers now, then after you get 6, and then you get 3, then you get 1.5. So every halving, it's cut down the supply that comes to the market in Bitcoin, and it gets less and less and less and less. And this is the whole idea, to have a fixed supply. But what is very interesting is that at those events every 4 years when halving is occurring, what happens is that it's usually followed by a bull market. We saw it back in 2013 when, of course, Bitcoin was halving. We saw a big expansion in the market, and then it came down. And what happened later? 2016, another halving happened. What happened? It took off into another bull market, and it came down. Halving happened. It took off in another bull market. This was only last 3 years to 2020, and it's come down. So if you're looking at this from this perspective, what is happening here is that we are about to move into the next halving, which is happening in 2024, end of April. It's not a fixed date. It's basically depending, of course, on certain things in the blockchain, but it's predicted to be end of April in 2024. So if we know this and we look in history, it doesn't guarantee the future, but it's quite interesting to see that every time so far in Bitcoin for the past 10 years or more, there has been 13 years, it has been a bull market starting after the halving, and next one comes in April next year. Now, that means that we have another year or so where, of course, there is going to be an expansion in the market if the pattern follows like it's done in history. So we can see here that we are now having time. And what do we do during this time? We want to, of course, if we believe that this is going to happen again, and we make the conclusion that history will repeat itself because it's done it a few times, then it would make a lot of sense to have a lot of crypto. It should make a lot of sense to be involved in the market and to be now in a position of acquiring those when the price is low, because later it will be higher if the, of course, history repeats itself. So this gives us a golden opportunity, and this is something I wish people told me, because the second I get into crypto, it was always in here. If you're looking at after the market explodes, you get confident, now you move in. And then you forget about when the market goes down, you think, it's going to die, Bitcoin is going to die. And everyone talks about Bitcoin dying or crypto dying, and then boom, it explodes again. And this is just market manipulations. It's just, making sure that people, the masses are losing, and then only the top are making money. That's really what the crypto market has been. It's easy to do it with the news. What do we want to do with that? We want to take that information and we want to understand what are the big players doing and how is that we can, of course, benefit from these movements in the market. Now, what is very important is that the problem most people have is that when crypto grows in value, everyone wants to buy. And this is quite a funny picture, because if you're looking at here, Bitcoin, for example, if the price is 16,000, then no one is interested. But if the price is 30,000, everyone is interested. When it's 40,000, even more people is interested. When it's 100,000, everyone is going to jump into it. This is with all assets. Whatever asset it is that you're looking at, it's quite interesting to see the psychology of human beings, how individuals love to buy things expensive and do not love to buy it at a low price. Why is this? It is because we get confident when many others jump into the market. We get confident that, okay, crypto will grow when we see the price grow. We do not make an analysis before and say, look, I'm understanding the crypto market and I believe this is going to become the next standard in terms of finance globally. Then you should buy when the price is low. It makes a lot of logical sense, but I understand, because most people, they will jump in when it's feeling secure that, okay, the market's actually moving. But then you're too late always. You're always too late when you jump in when the momentum is there and when the excitement is in the air. Now, usually one of the biggest investors, they always say, Warren Buffett is said, you should buy when there's blood on the streets. What does it mean with that? It means that when the world is in chaos, that's when you buy. When the world is in all rainbows and excitement, then you should sell. And this is the law of the markets. And this is what we need to learn from. So do not be the guy who comes in queue up to buy an expensive asset. Get it while it's low. But what is also important is after we bought it at a low price, what is the next steps? It's very important to understand that people think that, okay, hold in the crypto market, hold on for their life, it stands for, then a lot of people think it's going to be a straight line. You buy an asset like Ultima or Smart or Bitcoin or any asset, and you believe it's going to be just profits all the way. It's just going to be easy for you to make money, and it's going to be no hurdles. This is what people believe is going to be the way of making money in this industry. It's not like that. If it was, everyone would be rich. So who has become rich? It's the people, if you see on the bottom here, you go and you crash and you still continue and you see how you reach these different milestones, and it's a challenge. You need to go through challenges in the markets to make money. What is the challenge? The challenge is that you need to overcome your fear of selling when the market price is low. You need to overcome your greed of buying when the price is high. And when you're able to do this, you are now in a very small group of people in the world who's able to profit from the markets in a great big way. So just know that whatever project it is, Bitcoin the same, it was growing in value, and then people say it's gonna die. It had big hacks in terms of exchanges, and there was like Mt. Gox. Many problems have happened in Bitcoin, up and down, up and down, up and down. In the end, now people look back and say, oh, you know, should have bought Bitcoin before. Yeah, should have. Same with all other projects that you're looking at right now. You got to understand, this is the path to success. It's never a straight line. It's always ups and downs, and very deep down sometimes, and very high ups. This is the market, and this is what we need to understand. Now, what is happening behind the scenes right now is very interesting, because now we are seeing regulations kicking in. And we're seeing a project like Ripple, for example, that is not longer a security, which means that almost every cryptocurrency got now that's established on the market. And of course, those are securities, but this most cryptocurrencies are now deemed not a security because of this lawsuit. So what is happening behind the scenes is a lot of regulation coming in. It's making it easier for the masses to come. Governments is getting more and more involved in the crypto market. We're seeing now for those in Dubai, UAE, the minister in UAE says that crypto will play a major role in UAE trade. This is just a small example where big governments, everyone is moving into the blockchain. Billion-dollar companies moving to the blockchain. Tesla owns $300 million in Bitcoin. There's multi-billion-dollar organization buying Bitcoin. The biggest investors are buying crypto. This is very important to understand, that the whole world is moving into the crypto market. And it's because most people don't trust the current system. 80% of people in America, they believe that the current system needs to change. And usually that is the initiation of a change where's this change going? It is, of course, going into the crypto market. Now, where is the money going to be made now? Is to understand that this is happening. And then we got to look at this when we are buying altcoins. What is an altcoin? Every other cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin is called altcoins, alternative coins. And we need to move away from saying, okay, I'm buying this asset and I'm going to guarantee profits. No, whatever you buy, whatever token you buy, whatever crypto you buy, it's like investing in a startup. If you buy Ultima token, if you buy smart coin, it's an investment into the idea that Ultima as a company will succeed. We are not creating a cash flow. We are not creating a cash flow. We are building an asset which allows us to profit if the system succeeds, if the platform grows, if they reach their goals. And this is how we need to look at it. This is where people get it wrong. They're looking at it in the wrong way. And we're looking at people looking at guarantees. The only thing guaranteed is that there's no guarantees in this market. And we got to understand that. But if we understand this is very, very important, because when we look at the market right now, we are going to see the whole world moving into blockchain. What is going to happen? Right now, the new Googles, the new Facebooks, the new Amazons, the new biggest companies in the world is being created. Right now, they're launching and they're using blockchain. There's going to be a lot of changes in the world. And you can now find the next Google, the next Facebook, the next Amazon, if you keep your eyes open. And if you're looking at you participating in the crypto market as if you're buying and investing in startups. That is how we need to look at it. The system needs to provide value for you to make a profit. And that's the risk we take. And many projects will fail, but you have to look at it this way. The ones that succeed can make you a fortune. And this is why it's so important to look at the market. And we always talk about building a portfolio where you are, of course, generating an income and you're building a portfolio because you want to participate in projects that could make you a fortune. And of course, many will fail, but those who succeed can make you a fortune. And this is very, very important to understand, to not give up. I've been bought many tokens and many coins before, and it did nothing. And then I bought one that just did 100 times increase. And that covered everything else. And that's how we need to look at the market. You need to look at it that way, and then you're going to profit a lot more. Now, the problem that people are having is that they say, I don't want to have any risk. I said, okay, then you are living in a wrong world, because risk is a part. It is risky to be alive. It's risky to breathe. You can breathe a mosquito that has a disease that's going to kill you. You never know what's going to happen anytime. And the problem is that people generally, they look for risk-free. They don't understand that anything that is no longer risky is no longer interesting to invest in, because it is too late. It's the risk that creates the reward. It is the risk that creates the opportunity. If there's no risk, there is no reward. It has to be risk. That is the definition of an opportunity. And this is what we got to understand. People come in with the wrong expectation. They're coming in and believe it's going to be a smooth line. They're not willing to hold over a period of time. They're not willing to learn, not willing to look at it as investing in a startup. And they are always thinking that I want to have risk-free investment. And therefore, they are too late every time. To buy the Google stock when they start was high risk. They started in like someone's garage, and no one knew what Google will become. It was extremely high risk to invest in Google. Today, of course, Google is going to generate you returns if you invest and they continue to grow. But the growth potential is far away from what it was when it started. When it started, if you bought Google stocks, you would be a billionaire today. Today, you cannot become a billionaire with Google stocks if you buy today. That is the truth of the market. So the higher the risk, the bigger the potential reward. And of course, this is not equal. Some are just stupid risky. But as long as you do an analysis and you say, okay, I came into a project with a vision, and I came in here at the early stage, and if this works out, I will make a profit. And that if is, of course, where the bet comes. And that is very important to understand, that these risks is here because that generates the reward that we will get at the end of the market. Now, what I would say is that the biggest risk is that not taking any risk at all. If you're looking at this from this side, is that, look, looking at the financial system right now, looking at the markets right now, and I'm always telling people, look, the biggest risk is not taking any form of risk. A lot of people look at my life traveling around and you know, jumping out of university, moving to new countries and doing these things. Emil, you're taking so much risk. I say, no, you are taking a huge risk by not following your potential, by not doing what it is that you want to do in this life. You know, the biggest risk ever is to die with regret. So what is really the biggest risk? Risk is not to take risks. Risk is to not take risks, and risk regrets at the end of your life. And that's why I'm always taking risks, and I'm taking it with my, of course, analysis before whatever it is, because the biggest risk ever is to not take any risk. And especially when people say, like, I'm not interested in crypto, and they say it's too risky, but they are buying the biggest shit coin. I'm gonna, sorry for swearing, but which is the dollar or the fiat currencies. For 52 years, the US dollar or all currencies you use every single day in your bank is backed by nothing but air. Is not backed by anything. That's why the system is crashing. That's why the whole financial system is crashing right now. And that's why everything is changing. That's why BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China, South Africa, and other countries are creating their own new currency, backed by gold, backed by asset crypto. And this is where the world is moving. So again, what is the risk? To be in crypto or be outside of crypto? When people tell me that it's too risky to buy crypto, I say it's also risky to keep it in the bank, because that money is based on air and the bank closed down. We happen over and over again. We've seen it in Lebanon, we've seen it in Greece, we've seen it over and over again. And now we're ahead of us, the biggest financial potential crash ever and financial change. And that's why it could potentially be less risk to be in crypto. This is all comes down to, of course, your own analysis and what it is that you're seeing. But in the end, it's very important to have patience in the markets, guys. Whatever is in Ultima, with the smart, with the project, with everything, if there's one thing, is patience. And this is a slide I want you to memorize, because this has happened to me so many times. I looked at a project. I made a decision that, look, this looks really good. I bought it, and then time passed and nothing happened to it. And I said, okay, I sell. I sold, and then the market exploded. So it requires patience. If you have made a decision, I like this project, I like this, I believe in the vision, you made an internal decision, then I'm not saying every time, but a lot of times when you have made that decision and you bet on the startup that you are interested in, the coin, the token, then you hold and you give it time to develop. You give it time to become better. You give it time. But most people, they want to spend time. They want to put in money today and make money tomorrow. They want to make 100% over 30 days. They want to make huge money. And they don't understand that you never made that money in your life. And then you come into a new market and you just magically believe that's going to happen. You can get lucky anywhere. But here, what is very important to understand is that the market needs patience. And that's what you got to understand. If you made a good decision, good analysis, then you give it patience. And this is where we're going. If you're looking at the market right now, we're playing a small game still. We're at the $1 trillion crypto market capitalization right now. It can go to 20 trillion, 20 times the whole crypto market. And when this happens in the coming 10, 20, 30 years, what is going to happen is that, again, the new Googles, the new Amazons, the new big companies, Facebooks is going to be created. And you have now a golden opportunity with the timing of the bull market, with this knowledge, with everything that is happening, to be in a position to benefit from this growth. So I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do. I'm just telling you guys to pay attention to this market. I wish someone told me this many years ago. The information you have received or comment in the past 20 minutes is gold for anyone to apply and do whatever you want with. So again, there's no financial analysis. The future might not be like the past, but according to what history says, we're moving into a new bull market next year. And what is that you want to do? You want to get crazy right now. We have a platform here where we can make crypto, where we can grow a business in the crypto market, and you're able to generate an income in crypto. This is a dream opportunity to have right now. This is a dream opportunity to have ahead of a bull market, because what happens when the bull market comes? Your assets growing. What happens more? Crypto companies like the platform that we are part of here is going to grow. Why? Because more people are interested. You got to understand that we have been building this in a bear market. when no one is interested in crypto. And if you achieved any form of success here, congratulations, you did in a bear market. In a bull market, it's going to be 100 times easier. So again, patience pays also in the business. So with this, I hope today have given you some insights into the crypto market. And yes, we felt like we have to take this call for that, because we are getting closer to it. Now no one can come back and say, oh, Dan, you didn't tell us, we told you. And you can now look back, of course, in the coming years, and we see what is right or what is wrong, and no one can predict the future. But with this information, you can be more informed, you can be better equipped, and you can potentially make better decisions. So do whatever you want to do. I can tell you what we are doing. We are accelerating, we are growing, we are diversifying our portfolio, we are growing our income in this company to be able to what? For us to be able to go into the market. We are building ourselves a future by understanding that the crypto market could be that life-changing opportunity, and we do everything we can. And the first step, if you don't have the money to invest into the market, you gotta make the money, you gotta build a business, you gotta create that income, you gotta put it to the side. And this is therefore, we have a golden opportunity here with Ultima, with the project, with the bridge, and with everything that this comes with, the compensation plan, everything there. You have a golden opportunity to build that asset. And if you just build this business knowing with that urgency that the crypto market is going to explode, then you're going to have a complete different results in the business and in your team. So with that said, guys, I hope today has been valuable. And I believe that this information is golden, and that's why we're sharing it. And with that, we will see you guys on the next webinar. And we're going to continue keep updating you. And even over the summers are the worst months in network marketing is in our industry, because everyone goes vacations, everyone is enjoying themselves, everyone forget about the goals and dreams, people are chilling, enjoying by the beach, and they forget about the visions and goals. But we are not. We are continuously working, and we know that this is the time when you're differentiating the real go-getters, the real leaders, the real people that want to really achieve things from the people that is just here for, as a hobby, just want to do this little on the side, little cozy, winter job. When the market is growing, we get excited, and when the summer is here, we just completely forget about everything to do with this business or goals and visions. So don't be that kind of person that completely disappears in the summers. This is the time to grow. This is time to stand out as a leader. And we know that when we go after the summer, people come home for vacations. What happened? They have spent money. They need to make money. They spend a little bit too much money on the vacation. People bought a little bit an extra margarita, even though they couldn't afford it because they got too excited. And what happened? They come back after the vacation. They have no money. What do they need? They need money. What are we offering here? Opportunity to make money. And that is so important to take with you guys. So build up the momentum right now. Move into the autumn or into the fall with the momentum. And when this industry explodes, which it will do because of crypto and because of net marketing growing in the winter months and in the fall, etc., then you should understand that this is a golden opportunity again to take action. So with that, take this information, do whatever you want, and I would say that the future is very bright for all of us here. And this is to give an overview to be able to understand everything, and knowing that what we're doing here with Ultima and with Smart is incredible. And I believe that with patience, we will see something incredible coming out of this project, with all the platforms being launched, the bull market kicking in, and Alex's vision being there. So we have a lot of exciting things to look forward to. With that said, guys, I wish you all the best, and I hope that today has given you some new insights in the market. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next call.